the turn of the 20th century, we saw the corset craze evolve into the Gibson girl. Then, Chanel popularized the little black dress in the 1920s. And in 1947, Christian Dior came out with the new look that brought tiny waistlines back in style. More recently, we've seen the rise and fall of big hair, grunge, and punk. A lot of our history is written in fashion. Every decade has its distinctive look that's reflective of the socio-economic and cultural sentiment of that time. And sometime in the future, when we reflect back to the early 2020s, we'll likely associate this decade with Alo Yoga leggings and sports bras, with puffy white socks and sneakers. They'll clutch giant Stanley Cups, iPhones, and Tesla key fobs. They will look essentially like any paparazzi photo of Kendall Jenner on her way to a hot Pilates class. Exactly how the Alo Yoga matching workout set became the definitive look of our time is a business story, a marketing story, a pandemic story, and a celebrity story, all wrapped up in one. In this video, we will compare the two most well-known players in the premium activewear space, Alo Yoga and Lululemon. We'll dive into how athleisure grew in size with Lululemon's dominance, the athleisure industry today, and how Alo Yoga is ultimately beating Lululemon at its own game. Hey everyone, welcome to Alexandria, where we discuss and observe finance, economics, and business topics that are relevant in our everyday life. But to better understand exactly how we got here, we have to go back in time to 1998 in Vancouver, Canada, when founder Chip Wilson gave birth to a certain iconic little black stretchy pant as a first product for his yoga-inspired athletic apparel company. That company is Lululemon. Chip Wilson was already a veteran apparel entrepreneur by the time Lululemon was founded. In the mid-1990s, he spent many hours attending yoga class in order to get better feedback from yogi women on what would make the perfect legging, and thus Lululemon was born. Lululemon's brand was to be synonymous with a community where like-minded people can come together to pursue healthy living, wellness, mindfulness, and self-improvement. At its core, the brand seeks to empower people to reach their full potential by encouraging a culture of leadership, goal setting, and personal responsibility, principles which propelled the company from a niche yoga brand to one of the most valuable brand names in the world. Over the years, Lulu has expanded its product offerings into running, training, cycling, and tennis, sporting some of the most state-of-the-art technology there is in activewear, including and not limited to their trademarked luxury fabrics such as Nulu, Luon, Luxtreme, Nulux, and Everlux. In its nearly 30 years since it was first established, Lululemon is now an apparel behemoth that plays in the same arena as legacy activewear giants such as Nike, Under Armour, and Adidas. But Lululemon has an edge over its competitors. First and foremost, they offer some of the best quality that can be found in activewear. It's particularly popular among women who enjoy that flattering, figure-hugging Spanx effect that Lululemon offers, unlike other athletic brands. In other words, Lululemon had a cool factor, and the price tag to reflect it. But where Lululemon was most innovative was that they bridged the gap between sportswear and streetwear, expanding the function of athletic gear beyond the gym, the tennis court, or the yoga studio. When you put on a pair of Lulus, you can essentially go to a yoga class, then grab coffee, go grocery shopping, take a stroll out and about in town, and basically go the rest of your day without having to change. In other words, they are the perfect marriage of form and function. And because of that, Lululemon's rise from startup to global retail behemoth consequently revolutionized fashion and altogether created a new category of aesthetic identity. That category is what we now know as athleisure. A quick Google search defines athleisure as casual, comfortable clothing designed to be suitable for both exercise and everyday wear. According to a report by Grandview Research, by the end of 2023, the athleisure market size was valued at $358 billion and is anticipated to expand at a compound annual growth rate of 9.3% from 2024 to 2030, with younger demographics such as millennials, Gen Z, and Gen alpha, fueling the greatest demand. However, growth is actually expected to be even bigger in countries like China, India, and Singapore, where the compound annual growth rate is expected to be at 11%. Brainy Insights estimates that the global athleisure market will be $627 billion by 2032. The rise of athleisure's popularity can be attributed to an increased passion for health and fitness, sports, and outdoor activity, which is generating the demand for clothes that are both comfortable and fashionable at the same time. In March of 2020, the world changed when nearly every country issued nationwide pandemic lockdowns. Restaurants, movie theaters, retail stores, gyms, yoga studios, and everything in between closed their doors. Now, COVID-19 has drastically altered the way people choose to dress. At the beginning of the pandemic, when companies announced work from home policies, employees realized that they no longer needed to wear the oftentimes uncomfortable and confining work clothes in order to do their jobs. Instead, they can just throw on a much more comfortable set of yoga gear where they can work at their desks, squeeze in a workout session while still looking presentable enough to walk outside and run errands. Soon enough, other apparel companies caught on to the fact that athleisure was the way to go and started to introduce new product lines that featured stretchy fabrics. For example, in 2020, Target launched All in Motion, its own athleisure and activewear products. In March 2022, Abercrombie & Fitch announced the launch of their new activewear sub-brand called Your Personal Best. So while Lululemon popularized athleisure, the market is at a point now where competition is getting more intense by the day. And in this new age of competition, one brand stands out above the rest. As one of the younger players in the athleisure market, Alo Yoga's estimated market cap of about $10 billion in 2023 is still dwarfed by Lululemon's $58 billion and Nike's gigantic $153 billion market cap. Alo Yoga nearly doubled between 2021 and 2022 when body-conscious Uber influencers, including Kendall Jenner, Hailey Bieber, and Bella Hadid, ventured out in the brand's simple yet coordinated workout pairings. Alo, which is an acronym for Air, Land, and Ocean, is an overnight success story that was over a decade in the making. The company was co-founded in 2007 by childhood best friends Marco DeGeorge, CEO Danny Harris, and has now expanded to over 50 stores and reached over $1 billion in sales in 2022. Now, Alo Yoga did not invent athleisure, nor did they invent the matching sports set, but what they are able to do is market it incredibly well. While Lululemon created this space, Alo has capitalized on the momentum of athleisure and elevated the playing field, thereby changing the rules and disrupting the industry by simultaneously mastering the art of celebrity and influencer marketing, experiential shopping, and building a brand-based ecosystem. CEO Danny Harris said to the Wall Street Journal in 2023, "We think of ourselves as more of a digital brand than we do a clothing brand or a brick and mortar retailer. I really see Alo being more like a Tesla, and the other guys being like Ford and Chrysler and General Motors." Alo has also picked up on the desire for multifaceted, experiential stores that transcend the typical brick and mortar model, thereby taking experiential shopping to the next level. Its stores are called sanctuaries, and some even have built-in yoga studios and organic cafes, aiming to provide an elevated wellness experience to customers. According to Forbes, the very fact that Alo stores are called sanctuaries says a lot about how the brand goes about its retail footprint strategy. As shared on its website, Alo sanctuaries are the heart and soul of the brand. They represent an opportunity to get plugged into a new community in meaningful ways. They offer the unique experience of testing out performance-engineered styles in real time. Stores share similar features. They open in affluent cities and neighborhoods such as Soho, the Upper East Side, Aspen, Miami, or Palo Alto. They're bright, airy, and rather minimalistic with a focus kept on their products. Its 80,000 square foot Los Angeles headquarters is a testament to the brand's big vision. It's open to the community with the big name supermodels and influencers dropping in to use the facilities, which include cryotherapy chambers, cold plunge pools, infrared saunas, extensive gyms, and Pilates reformers. Alo is a strong, digitally anchored brand, providing fitness classes through its on-demand classes platform Alo Moves. It is its e-commerce platform that generates the majority of their sales, but expanding its physical footprint is an important part of its engagement and growth strategy. The brand started off 2023 with just 10 stores and finished off the year with 50. In 2024, Alo plans to have over 100 stores, including new stores in London and Paris, marking a new milestone for the brand, whose success started mostly based in the US and Canada. The it factor, which largely belonged to Lululemon for the past decade, now arguably belongs to Alo. Anna Angelic, the author of The Business of Aspiration, said, "It definitely does seem cooler and more relevant than Lululemon. Why do I think that? I have no idea." Which is exactly what you want when branding works, when people can't explain just why something seems cooler than something else. While part of the it factor allure of the brand is largely intangible, in Alo's case, it's obvious that paparazzi photos of celebrities and supermodels traversing Beverly Hills parking lots became the brand's best, albeit almost accidental, campaign. Alo Yoga learned from its rival the importance of community engagement, which Lululemon did really well for years. However, Alo goes one step further by creating social events filled with unofficial brand ambassadors, influencers, and other guests who join by invitation only at the Alo House events. A true marketing move. The guests of Alo House can enjoy yoga classes, organic food, new products, and of course, take many pictures for their Instagram feed and contribute to building Alo's strong brand awareness amongst a specific audience of young health and wellness enthusiasts. While it's still behind Lululemon in terms of revenue and footprint, it has started to surpass its competitor in terms of appeal and is resonating well with a younger audience. Meanwhile, in January 2024, Lululemon's founder, Chip Wilson, who stepped down from the company in 2015, made a controversial remark that Lululemon is trying to become too much like the Gap. Everything for everybody. While there's nothing wrong with Gap's business model, it certainly doesn't help elevate the desirability of a brand, which is what Lululemon was so good at for years. And if this is where Lululemon is headed, then Alo Yoga's desirability factor will quickly eclipse that of its rival. Up until now, we've seen Athleisure blurring the lines between activewear and casual, everyday fashion or streetwear. But then we have Alo Atelier, the brand's high-end runway collection that elevates activewear even further by blurring the lines between activewear and runway fashion, something unprecedented in the world of activewear, with further investments going into store and category expansion, like when its first drop of sneakers sold out in 30 minutes in May of 2023. Alo is certainly set for a bright future. What's next for Alo? Well, Harris says there will be more sanctuaries, more shoes, more experiences, more menswear, and more wellness products. Success will come down to customer loyalty, retaining the people who bought a pair of leggings or a streaming subscription during COVID. The premium athleisure market is estimated to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 9.7% from 2024 to 2030. In this new age of fashion, wellness has progressed from a niche lifestyle choice to a new status symbol and expression of personal beliefs that transcends many industries, from luxury travel to high-end beauty and fitness. For businesses, the opportunity is there, and Alo Yoga is set up for success and to offer some of the most defining looks of the 2020s. And in this new elevated playing field, executives are increasingly pressured to adapt, innovate, and push the bounds between the comfortable and the unknown. And as fitness and athleisure enthusiasts here at Alexandria, we're excited to see these developments play out over the next decade. So if you like this video, you can check out a similar breakdown here on this channel, where we do video essays on how we observe finance in our everyday life, and we will see you in the next one.